I get it. They're trying to get the largest market in LA over here. So you got viewership, yada, yada, yada. That's fine. But at the same time, be realistic. And as far as, you know, the rest of the games thus far, they've been entertaining. Nobody, like I said, has been lights out, unbelievable. Then again, what you see here in the G League and the Summer League doesn't necessarily translate to what you're going to see once the actual NBA kicks off. You're going to see a lot of these guys come and go, and you'll never see them again. And some of them you might see overseas. Some of them you might see in the Big Three. Some of them you might see in the G League, like Mac McClung, permanently, you know. But that's a different story altogether. But when it comes to LeBron, I mean, what do you want? You can't have things both ways. You can't drive a car in forward and reverse and then sit here and complain that you're not a priority. Well, you're not going to be a priority. Nobody at your advanced age, I'm not saying that you're in bad shape or anything like that. You know, you're an athletic phenom. Nobody's taking that away from you, but at the same time, nobody is going to invest in you. You're not like, you know, a 64 and a half Mustang. You know what I'm saying? You're not. You know, anybody that's sitting here trying to push that narrative or that lie rather that you are somehow the greatest player is A, not informed enough, B, hasn't watched enough basketball, and C, is lying to themselves, you, and anybody that's crazy enough to listen to that psychobabble. Nobody would ever take any of that serious because it's seriously not true. And I don't have to name players because there's so many of them that we can go on and on. I can give you my top 10 and he's not in it, and you can say whatever you want about my top 10. And I would love to hear your comments, so I'll give them to you. Number one through five, and they're in no particular order. These are just five individuals. You can put them in whatever order you want, but I got Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Bill Russell,